Why have you exposed something about Australia that you can exploit again tomorrow, or if you had to win against Australia and that's your life, you have a chance tomorrow? How would you describe the landscape?
We're definitely in with a chance. I think we've probably pushed Australia out of a level of complacency, however, so I think that they will approach us with perhaps a little bit more seriousness than I think they did on last Sunday. But we're pretty keen to have another go as well.
Because there was a perception that they were borderline bulletproof, and could be anyone would be a walk to the final. I mean, I know that you didn't win the title the other day, but what did you gain from it as a team?
I think it was nice early in the campaign to get some recognition that what we've been trying to do could win the title for us, because up until then it's just talk. So we've been trying to play a different style of game, move the circle, lift the ball, get a bit of length in the passing. And we thought that that was something that would enable us to be a contender here. But until you beat a team of the quality of Australia, it's just a thought.
Do you play the same and hope to execute at a slightly higher level, or do you change things? Do you have things held back?
No, we've put everything on the floor so far. It'll continue tomorrow.
Casey, could you have had any more fun out there? There was a lot of fist bump, high-fiving and smiling.
I think I was just really excited, and at points got probably a bit too excited. But I just really want to win, and hopefully the way that I act and I talk just rubs off on my teammates, because you could see a little bit of a point there where there was a little bit of doubt in our minds when it did get a little bit close. So just making sure that we have the belief, because we can do this, and that's, I'm just excited and happy to be a part of, I guess, the game.
Why? What were you most impressed with or happy about that game?
5 goals in the first quarter. I thought it was a great defensive effort.
When the crowd is booing you guys, when the Aussie crowds are getting behind whoever you're playing, does that fire you up? You guys seem to be enjoying it some of the time.
Yeah, it does actually, because we know that any team that we do play, they cheer for the opposition. Sometimes I just think they're cheering for us and just pretend like they are. But we have a lot of our own supporters here, so when you are in that time, I look to where my family is and I use that for more, for inspiration and just giving that bit more extra.
Why do you have a lot of dialogue with Sharon Kelly during the week over some umpiring calls? Do you think that really helped the team today, sort of knowing what to expect?
Yeah, look, it was a really valuable conversation with Sharon, and I think that we have certainly tidied up many of the things that she identified for us. So it was great that was able to happen. In particular, it was around Bailey's positioning on the rebound and her positioning on the hold, and there was quite a bit of stuff about our defenders and how they were going for interceptions. And I think both of those things we've tidied up.
Casey, can you contrast where you're at this point in Singapore compared to where you're at now?
That's a long time ago.
I think it's hard because it's different. We've got a different group of people, but all I can say is the feeling within the group is truly special at the moment. And I know, like being on the inside, it's something that you never take for granted to be a part of. So it's quite hard to say, but at the moment we're in a really good space. But we still know that we have 60 minutes of netball to play.
Casey, what is it then that is special about this group? What have you done together to have this sort of unwavering belief in each other, it appears to us?
I think being able to play the game that works for our strengths, that's, the players have spoken up of what they can do, what they like to do, so working to that, but also, as Wai said, enjoyment is personal, and so we just love each other's company at the moment. Every time you walk down the hallway, you can hear Maria and Grace in their room absolutely cracking up. So it's being able to switch, that have the fun time, but also when we're on the court, it's fun. But I think when your friends on the court, it makes a big difference as well.
Why, in the interest of professionalism, can you give us some quotes about Jamaica as the likely opponent tomorrow in case
I'm glad you.
In the event that happens, we will be a little surprised, and our preparation this evening and this afternoon and this evening will change somewhat in terms of our analysis. But we're ready for it if that happens. But we will be a bit surprised.
We've talked about whether you guys have held anything back ahead of meeting the Australians. How do you think they have been looking since they saw you up until now?
The team won't have seen a great deal of them since.
No.
A bit cagey, really. I think they've been doing what we've been doing, trying to rest people as much as possible through the remainder of the secondary pool rounds. That would be as much as I would have said rotation, trying to rest, trying to ensure they've got people ready and fresh tomorrow, as have we.
Casey, I don't want to call you old, but I'll say with one of the more experienced players in the lineup, how do you help the younger players, the ones who aren't used to this volume of pressure, in terms of not getting overexcited and getting too overawed by what will be possibly the biggest game of their lives?
Firstly in our team we call the older ones the VIPs. That's what our nickname is, we're the VIPs. But I think just experiencing with Kayla on the court at the moment, it's just keeping your eye contact with your own players, keep talking to each other, and probably the biggest thing is to enjoy it, because when you enjoy it you tend to play better. And I guess to thrive off each other, because we've done all the hard work and we deserve to be in that final tomorrow. So just to soak it up and give it all you got, because it's only 60 minutes and we can't wait till tomorrow and say I wish I had done that.
Last question. At the Cricket World Cup, the Black Caps talked about having the time of their lives. Is that something that you guys have almost taken on board a little bit?
It is. It certainly feels a lot different to Com Games last year. But I think each individual is just doing what they need and have, I guess, the right support network and people here with them to make them feel happy. But also, it makes it a lot easier when you are winning, I guess,
And injury-free.
Yeah, and injury-free. So, we're just all happy to be a part of the competition.
You know what's the All Blacks tonight as a team?
Yes, well, maybe not as a team, but because each individual will do what they need to do. But certainly support them all the way.